lovely people to another puzzle room. We're back and we're back with the lovely puzzle team. Hi guys.
Hey everyone.
Oh, lovely to see my little puzzle team. So I've got some lovely puzzles for you this week. Are you ready?
Yep.
Yeah?
Ready as ready can be.
Okay, let me just share my lovely screen. I hope it comes up. Okay, you seeing that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got a lovely little checkmate in one, and it's white to move.
Checkmate in one, and it's white to move.
Yeah.
All right. What are you guys seeing, Richard, Nat?
I'm seeing the green. Green's looking pretty depleted in terms of pieces, and the king's a bit exposed. I feel it might be towards green. How about
Yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling that too. Green is not in check, right? So green is not in check.
you? Green's not in check.
I think there is
And if
a
it's
good
white, then
place.
the white queen looks like a good, in a good aggressive position. Maybe white queen takes the black horse, puts queen in check.
Well,
Be in check, but not checkmate. I think if you moved it to K2, that I think would be a checkmate. I don't.
Ooh.
no, because of K2. Yeah, you're right.
K2 because it's protected by the J1 pawn. It's also temporarily protected by the J4 horse. The trick is once you win the checkmate, you are losing your queen. So I'm trying to see if there's a better option.
I think K1 pawn is a checkmate.
Ooh. K1 pot.
K1.
Yeah, we put it in check. The queen is covering K2 and L1. The black horse is covering L3, and the black rook is covering K3. I cannot see a way out, guys.
What about
Help me.
L3? Oh, L3, the red queen is covering.
Mm.
And the black horse.
And the black horse.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Nice.
Lovely, you guys.
That way you save your queen.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, I was playing white in this, so I obviously lost my queen. I put the queen here because I was like, "Oh, this little pawn can protect me." Do you know? I didn't even see that other checkmate. So this was the first checkmate I saw, which is queen to K2, which is protected by the white pawn, and obviously the royal squares around the king are completely taken up by the white queen here. So I that was the checkmate in the game. But yeah, Chico, you made a great point that you could actually just zip this little pawn up here, and that's check to the king. The queen is covering both these two spots, K2 and L1. The rook is covering this whole line. And the red queen and the black horse are also covering this spot on L3. So that also would have been a great checkmate, and I wouldn't have lost my queen. So that was lovely.
And you,
well done.
And it would be really close to another queen, right? That would be really cool, actually.
Yes.
Because if black wants to trade rooks, then you trade rooks too, right?
Yeah.
And that's true. I mean, if you take the horse and G4, it took me a while. I mean, while Kash was explaining that, I was trying to see why it's not a checkmate. And actually, because the K1, it stays the L1, right? L1, yeah. Because if the queen takes the black horse, then the L1 it's not.
Yeah.
It's not covered.
It's not covered. Yeah.
Now I see.
Nice.
And the white pawn, I think we alluded to, but the white pawn, when you move it to K1, is protected by the black rook.
And the white rook as well.
Oh, the white rook.
Oh, the white rook. Yeah. Sorry.
Nice. So that was a lovely little puzzle.
And that's a lovely position, Kash. Thanks for bringing it. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. So you ready for the second one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So here is the second one. Okay. Now it's white to move. checkmate in 1.
White to move checkmating 1. Oof. Well, yeah. Interesting. Oh,
Well, looking at it, again, green looks the most likely, but
Well, I'm looking at black. I've been looking at black. Maybe I'm wrong.
Black's well protected by its queen. Oh, but no, yeah, I think you might be right.
Yeah, I think so. I think if you take, correct me if I'm frequently wrong, so it could be totally wrong. But if you put the white queen that is on h2 up to h6, it puts the black king in check. And the king, you can't, the queen is pinned. I don't know, it might be easier if the pieces are moved, but
Here you go. Queen on h6.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. So you now have the black king in check. You can't block with the queen, which is the only piece available to block because it's pinned by the green queen. And the king can't move to any of the royal squares, I don't think, because L9 is covered by the green rook. And you were pointing to L11 is covered by another green rook. It's covered by the rook. Or K11. So I think that would be my vote. I'm trying to see if green doesn't have anything. There isn't any checkmate on green. No.
Yeah, makes sense to me. Makes sense to me, Nat.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, green's all over black in this game, though, isn't it? Green is like, it's got the castle on the 11 line, the queen on the 10 line, and another castle on the 9 line. So if you're green, you're going to be really upset that white's.
So, guess who was green in this game?
Were you green?
Oh, you're the Grooks.
I was green, and actually, white missed this checkmate, and actually, white decided to put me into check over here.
Oh,
I
because
think
your queen's under attack by the black pawn on h11. I'm even wondering how you ended. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, well, black here. No, black here is a zombie. I forgot to tell you that.
Oh, interesting.
That makes sense.
I mean, that doesn't change the checkmate, but it does change like how I could have my pieces so
why you would do that? Yeah.
crazily. Yeah. Because also white can take my rook here, right? I don't know why white didn't. Anyway, it was one of those games where we were right at the end. I think we had like 20 or 30 seconds each, and we were just I was frantically trying to get the checkmate on the zombie. And look, I mean, I've got 2 rooks and a queen up there, and I still couldn't quite get it. I mean, if it had been my move next, even if I'd taken, I was like, oh, I could take the black queen here, but it's not backed up. The horse can protect this queen, so I should have just forgotten about that and gone for white, possibly. But if white, like Natalie said, if white had gone here to h6 and put the king in check, that's checkmate, because all of those royal squares are covered. And like Nat said, this queen is kind of stuck there because if it moves, the king's in check, so it can't move.
And what happened at the end of the game?
I think I ran out of time. I was so gutted because I got the first checkmate, and then it was kind of a race to try and get the third checkmate. And I think, I ran out of time, which was really
the second checkmate, you mean, right?
The second checkmate, sorry, second checkmate. And also, I mean, white was very good at like just keep putting me in checkmate, and at some point I ran out of time. It was quite frustrating. But I got the first checkmate, so I felt all right. But I feel like I should have been able to get that second checkmate with all those pieces. But anyway, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Oh, by the way, I love Brook. I think we should start using this kind of things. Like when there's the like black and rook, you can say Brook when you're playing really fast blitz and team. Yeah. Look at the Brook over there. Look at the Brook over there.
The Brook. I like that green rook. Nice. All right. So those were my puzzles for the day.
Very good.
Hope you enjoyed those. And yeah, so see you guys next week for more puzzles. I'm looking forward to your puzzles. And remember to like and subscribe. And we will see you all next week on another episode of the Puzzle Room. Bye.
Bye.